these days, bro, I think what's the biggest thing that's happening now is these phones. I know parents are giving it to them at a young age, and I totally understand times is different. So, some of these kids, they need a phone when they're going to school, but my mindset is like just talk and text. Right. Because when you have access to what I have access to, if you could go on the gram and see the Diddy trial, that's not something that they should be really, looking at that age.
Yeah,
and
but
then the phone is addictive.
Yeah, but you can't avoid it.
I think you can.
The kids are away from you 8 hours a day.
Okay.
So they can get their friend's phone and watch the Diddy's trial.
But then it's the teacher's fault at that point. Then.
No, it's not, because they could do it at recess.
Okay.
They could do it after school or before school or in between breaks.
Yeah.
Okay.
But at least at that point, it wouldn't be as long as it would if they just had access to it while they're on the bus, while they're in the room pretending to be asleep.
I think the desire to be with your children will outweigh the phone.
Hey, what the name of this show?
I Talk Great.
I Talk Great.
Are you ready to take your podcast to the next level? Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, the AV Club is the perfect place to bring your vision to life. The space is designed for creators like you with high quality cameras, microphones to ensure your podcast sounds amazing every time. Plus, our environment makes it easy to focus and feel at home while you record. From solo recordings to group sessions, we've got you covered with flexible booking options. So go ahead and visit www.theavclubstudios.com to schedule your session now. AV Club Studios, where your voice gets heard. Let them know Mr. Williams from the I Talk Great podcast said so. Yeah. Y'all already know what it is. It's Mr. Williams with the I Talk Great podcast, where we talk about the great areas of business and life, because it's never just black and white. I got a heavy hitter in the building.
What's up, man?
What's going on?
Dude, you sound just like Ludacris. Sound just like Ludacris, dog. Loaded moves. I love it.
People said I used to look like Luda when I had the hair.
You look a little bit like him too.
Yo, when I had the braids,
yeah,
people like, yo, Luda.
Yeah,
I got Luda. I got Pac. I got Ja Rule.
Okay.
I don't see none of them though.
No, I mean, you don't sound like a Cookie Monster, so so no offense to Ja Rule. I'm just saying, you're like you don't sound like that.
I never saw it, bro.
You have like clear phonetics.
Really?
When you talk, yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
And Luda was like the man.
No. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he had that clear phonetically sound communication skill.
Yeah. He wasn't like a street bar rapper that I'm used to listening to, like Kiss and them.
Yeah.
But he could still like stay in the paint.
I always felt like he sounded so educated. Like without him, like there really wouldn't be a Kanye that can come up and be like, Jesus walks.
Yeah.
As like because I love music. So, I didn't really subscribe to like that generic like gangster rap and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, you had to really come at me with like a real story. I grew up with a single mom poor and stuff like that. Like, I had to be able to relate, and I'm no gangster.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Same here.
And most people aren't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So they want to be gangsters.
They just want to be gangsters.
Yeah.
So,
but at least you're okay with admitting that, though.
Of course. Who the hell's gonna look at me and see a tough guy?
Those the ones that could fight, like Martin. Martin could box. Yeah. He looked kind of like you could push him around. Bro. You could really scrap.
Bro, first of all, my name is Samir. I have an Arabic name. I'm from Haiti. I spoke no English when I came here. I started in the projects.
Yo.
Single mom. I used to get beat up just for not speaking English.
When I first heard your name, I was looking for a female to walk in.
Samir?
Samir is going to be, joining us today.
Samira.
And I was like, Samir. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, she fine.
No, dude.
And then I see.
You saw me, you're like, what the fuck? So disappointed.
I was like, what the hell is this?
No, that explains the look on your face, too. You're like.
What does it mean, though?
It means good companion in Arabic.
Oh. Okay,
so there's a lot of Syrians, I think, in Haiti. And my godfather was Syrian based on what my mother told me.
Okay.
And she got it from a book. But she also didn't know that, like, down the line, it would be like the deck of cards of like the most wanted terrorists are all Samirs.
What the hell? So you getting stopped by the TSA?
Are you kidding?
Damn.
Every time. Special search. That's the name for it too. It's called special search.
Really? That's what it's called?
I randomly get chosen every time.
Wow.
I've been followed by a U.S. Marshal. I've had a gun point at me at Logan Airport.
Now that you say it now, I am kind of seeing the Arabic.
Every terrorist is like Samir Muhammad Talib.
Damn, so you used to get picked on in school?
Not for being a terrorist back then, for just not speaking English and having an accent.
Okay.
Because Boston, and then there was like, it wasn't always popular to be Haitian.
No, yeah. Growing up in New York, Haitians had it hard, bro.
And down here was worse. I came down here for high school. I went to Ely. right here in Pompano Beach. But I'm blessed, man. I had like a really good upbringing. A lot of God's just.
You sound like it, bro. Like you sound like, you know how, you know, some of us say, oh yeah, you know, stop speaking white. Like you sound very educated. Like you went to school and everything like that, like college.
Never been to college.
No?
No.
Bro, you sound like you grew up with the Huxtables.
Yeah, I should. I speak like 4 or 5 languages. So
what?
Yeah.
You know, what languages you speak?
So I speak French, but not fluently anymore. Creole, I speak fluently. Spanish.
Fluently?
Yeah.
Español?
Hablo español, sí.
Wow. Sí.
No, it's easy, bro. Just date a Spanish girl. That's what I tell all my sons. I have many sons. I tell them, just date a Spanish girl. You're going to learn quick.
Oh, you're going to learn quick.
Yeah. My first wife was Dominican. My first girlfriend was half Venezuelan. You know, but it's South Florida. Like, how do you not?
Yeah. No, it's definitely a good language to
immerse
pick up.
yourself, you know?
Yeah.
In the culture.
Yeah, bro, but you didn't go to college?
No. I have my middle son's over at UCF, Dean's List.
Wow, congratulations on that.
Thank
Well, you didn't go to college having Haitian parents? How you get away with that?
Well, I mean, my mother, you know, my Boston accent's is going to come out because I get nervous.
No, I know. I just heard her. Your mother.
Yeah, my mother. I'm nervous.
Yeah.
My mother was like super strict, and then my grandmother was 10 times stricter. I grew up with my grandmother really. And she was really, really strict, but I had already made money, so I didn't really see the point of going to college. And that's something that it's not that I regret.
You made money? Yeah,
I was doing mortgages in high school. I started in high school as an assistant.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, how you doing mortgages in high school?
So it's long story. I was looking for a job. I was 15 that summer. I was looking for a job. I rode everywhere, like from each county, Broward, West Palm, all the way down like North Miami, going to like Taco Bells and Wendy's and stuff, just riding around, see if I can get a job, and nobody would give me a job because I was 15.
Yeah.
So then my junior year started. Was it my sophomore year started? It ended, and then my junior year started, and I had computer programming, and this senior was there, and he's like, "Excuse me," he goes, "Yeah, my mortgage company's looking for a telemarketer." So back then, minimum wage was like $4.
Yeah.
Right. We're talking like 1996. I wasn't even 16 then, right? So when I go to the interview, and they're like, "How old are you?" I'm like, "I'm 16." And they're like, "Well, where's your driver's license?" I'm like, "Well, I don't have a driver's license yet, but I'll bring it." You know, and I was trying to stall until I became 16 to get the driver's license. So they interviewed me. The interview went pretty well, and I became a telemarketer. And then by the time I was 16, it was like a month. They were like, "You're not 16 yet, are you?" And I admit, I'm like, "Listen, I just want a job." Every day after school, I was there I got home at like 4. I was there at like 5 until they would close at 9. Then that summer, I was a telemarketer. I made $8 an hour in commission as a telemarketer. Every app I took, I got like $25. I was rich.
Okay. Yeah.
I was stinking.
Yeah, you was balling, shot calling.
Yeah. They stole my bike. I was like, "Okay, just go get a new one." They were like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like everybody's all mad. So I was going to Ely, and my buddy saw someone that was on my bike because I have very particular bikes from Walmart. I would get like the good ones from the top rack.
Yeah, the
top rack. I know you know what I'm saying. Like they put all the good ones, you can't reach it, just take it. You know,
he said the top
the funky
rack
colors and like the springs and everything. That was like
you had the good one, man.
Yeah. So it would get stolen. I would get like those little rings. I forgot what they were called when you lock it.
Oh, you're talking about the spokes?
Yes.
Yeah,
for
like
the car, the steering wheels.
Yeah. My boy used to have those back in the day.
They used to have those for the bikes too.
Yeah.
So at first I bought a cheap lock. It got stolen. I was like, cool. I bought those and they stole my rim, the tires. And then they were like, they got tired of the mortgage company got tired of my bike getting stolen. And here's the funny part. 3 blocks away from my house was the mortgage company. 3 blocks away. That's how destined I was supposed to be there, right?
Yeah.
So it gets stolen. They're like, "Okay, just bring the bike inside." And then a buddy of mine saw someone on one of the bikes that got stolen. And they wanted me to go after him. They want to go after him. I'm like, "No, dude, I'll just buy another one."
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a little bit. It's $8 an hour, baby. I'm rich. so
He's like, "Man, I already got it.
I'm rich." Right?
Yeah.
So
did you know at that time you weren't like a street dude?
Are you kidding?
Most kids would have been like, "Yo, man,
dude. The first time I got beat up in the projects is the first time I knew I was in the street, dude. Okay? The first time that someone steals something from me. Yeah. But one thing I learned from growing that in that environment is that it gave me not only thick skin, but it also gave me the courage to accept confrontation. Okay. Like, you're going to beat me up, I'm going to take a tooth. I'm gonna
get something.
Something's gonna happen.
Right.
I'm gonna take a tooth, and then after a while, like people just stopped trying to beat me up because there was just a price to pay for it. Type of thing,
of course.
Right?
Yeah. You ain't just lay down.
I didn't just lay down. Right. And then plus, like, I was 12 years old, dude, and I figured out like being in a corner and selling drugs, it worked out to like $10 an hour, $9 an hour.
Yeah.
And I figured it out mathematically.
Okay. You did the calculations. The math wasn't mathing.
Yeah, I didn't really see the point of getting shot at for $9 an hour.
Are you a business owner, entrepreneur, entertainer, and you got a story to tell? You want to get your brand out there to the world? Well, you reached the right place. Let's set up an exclusive interview between me and you. I Talk Gray, and we're going to go ahead and get your brand out there to the world. But here what you do. Go ahead and send me an email with the words Gray at italkgraymedia@gmail.com. See you soon.
Right. And I would tell them that. I'm like, yo, how much money do you make? And I was always good with numbers. I can do them in my head.
Yeah.
Like, you make like $9 an hour.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? I'm not thinking that's like $300 a week. I'm like, no, dude, you make $9 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm not getting shot for $9 an hour. And then, like, you know, everybody knew my grandmother. She was a real tough woman.
The one thing I really realized, bro, like, you see how you broke that down? Because you know how to do the calculations. But when you find busy people, like most people like think because they're busy, that means they're doing something.
Correct.
Not realizing that's just a response from trauma.
Well,
so lots of times them younger generations, they feel it too.
Well, that, and it was a lot of money to them, but they're not really understanding the consequences of getting shot, going to prison.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and
they're not thinking on that deeper level.
That level.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and when I got to high school, like even when I was at that mortgage company, I was there for every minute they were open after school. Saturdays, every minute. I was there early.
Yeah.
That summer, one of the loan officer managers, who I still talk to this day, he's like, I'm going to give you a shot. You can't tell anybody you're not 18. If you tell anybody you're not 18, you're fired. If you tell anybody you want to meet them here, you're fired. He gave me like a list of stuff.
Yeah.
Sign here, sign here. You're going to get fired for this. You're going to get fired for that. I used to have to do 2 push-ups for every minute I was late. Because I gained 40 pounds of muscle in high school. He's like, oh, you're a little muscle man? Okay. 2 push-ups for every minute you're late. Yeah. And during that time, when I'm doing the push-ups because I was late, getting home from school, by the way, like, and doing my homework, he's like egging me on. When I was your age, I could do 200 without breathing. Why are you breathing heavy? You suck. Like, he's just like laying it. He's from Nicaragua.
Yeah.
And his dad was a general for like the Nicaraguan revolutionaries or whatever.
Oh, snap.
I mean, the guy was like a giant prick. I love him. He's great. Like, I still talk to him to this day.
Yeah.
Right? And he just taught me, like,
you was getting great development.
Incredible development.
Yeah.
And these guys all made like $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year.
Wow.
You know?
Look at that exposure you was getting at 16, man.
And he told me the greatest thing I learned, which I've fallen off that wagon, and it was the only time in my life where I was dead broke for a long time. He always told me, like, appreciate the money you're making, and if you're a part of a system with large numbers, all you have to do is stick in the system long enough, and the large numbers will come to you. Right?
Okay.
So I learned at a young age that I'm a part of a system where, like, the best dude here makes $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
So even if I suck, I'll make 100.
Okay.
Versus like going to McDonald's or whatever and making $10 an hour, where the highest, most successful person makes $50,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
okay, so it makes sense why you ain't want to go to college then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not that I made $500,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because truth be told, they paid me a lot less, but they paid me a lot more than what I would have made at Wendy's.
Yeah. Or you'd have went into debt.
Or went into debt.
But what's your thought about that? Like, you know, you have people like David Ramsey, right, that speaks about debt and not being in debt. So what's your thoughts around people going into good debt, bad debt?
I think David Ramsey gives advice to people that lived with 2 parents, not necessarily had a silver spoon in their mouth, but they didn't really have to really experience like financial adversity. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, listen, my kids graduated high school with a better credit score than me, but without me, that doesn't happen. Yeah.
Okay,
right?
So you put them as like an authorized user?
Yeah.
Okay.
Without their mother, the mother owns 2 hair salons. It doesn't happen. My mother was a single mother, you know, battling poverty. So the lessons passed down are not the same. Yeah. Right. And to say that all debt is bad is I think, to me, is terrible. That means you have the cash or someone with the money to get you through life. Yeah. And that's not the case for 90% of people. Yeah. So no, I'm not a fan of David Ramsey at all. Now, does he, some of the stuff that he says, is it true? Yeah. But I'm also not in the position of these people either. Like, I can't say that I'm a multimillionaire and all this other good stuff, But what I can say is that what I've learned, especially from doing some of their mortgages and stuff like that, is that life be lifing, man.
Yeah, no, that's true.
And if you don't have access to large sums of cash or credit lines, if you don't have the cash, you're fucked. You're fucked.
So cash is king.
Brother, let me tell you something. Okay? All right. Crash of '08 happens.
Yeah.
I own a home. If I have a parent that can pay off my house, if I have a business line of credit that can pay off my mortgage, am I good?
Yeah.
Right? That's David Ramsey says, if I don't need to forget about the credit line. I don't want the debt, right? But when I got my down payment for my house, who do you think paid for it? Me.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When my kids buy a house, who thinks I'm paying for some of their down payment if they need it? Me.
Yeah.
Me. Oh. You think it doesn't come to me, hey, Dad, I'm buying a house.
Yeah.
I need X grand, right? My son calls me. He flips cars.
Okay.
The kid's been mechanically inclined since birth, right?
Nice.
If he flips, a car blew up, exploded. He needs $3,000. I gave him the $3,000. He gave it back. That's not the point. The point is, without my $3,000, he can't buy another car. Now, if I don't give him the $3,000, he has to go put it on a credit card. He has to go get the credit card. Without the means of getting that, he doesn't buy another car.
Yeah.
So that affects his decision-making process. Now, do I get a job at McDonald's or a car wash or something? Do I get $3,000 to flip a car? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, people can't take risks unless you have access to the credit or someone with the cash flow to give you. If I fuck up a business and I go belly up and my mother or my dad can give me another $1 million to start a business that makes $1 million a year, I don't have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
The difference is you do insurance, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you build a book of business, how long does it take?
Takes a little minute.
Okay. So let's just say you want to build a book of business that gives you $500,000 a year. How long do you think it'll take?
$500,000 a year? Man, that might take about probably 12 months.
12 months?
Could be, yeah.
Okay. Or I can just buy the book right now. There's people selling a book of business that pays you $500,000 a year right now.
Yeah.
Instantly. So I either use that with credit, I can buy it, or my mommy, my daddy, I'm not saying it in a bad way, because I am mommy and daddy.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Okay. My aunt, my cousin, or whatever can give me $1 million or whatever it takes to buy the business. So it's
but
either
does the average black person like have access to that?
Black ain't got nothing to do with it. It's all about, that's what I'm saying. Like David Ramsey, it's not like he's just talking to white people. There's poor white people too.
No, yeah.
Black people forget that a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, black people. Hey,
Yeah.
Poor don't care about no color.
Yeah.
Believe that
you're
shit.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
I guess just based on like the propaganda that's put out here, you wouldn't really think like Chris Rock was in one of his comedy skits and he was like, man, a white person would never want to trade places with me.
I agree. Right.
So you wouldn't think that there are really like poor white people out here. You would automatically think like, oh, okay,
I think
this is for black people.
I think the greatest equalizer with the whole race thing in America is technology and education.
Yeah.
Right. So all this like information you see we were just talking about it. Okay. All this information you see on YouTube on how to buy a home. And I hate the word hack. Jesus. If I hear that thing one more. You
don't like house hacking?
Dog. Oh, I hate the word hack because it's just another word for shortcut, and there's no shortcuts. Okay, like there's just strategies.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
Right, but the word house strategies don't sound good to the young people.
Yeah,
so they use the word hack. Okay, and the strategies evolve because lenders, institutions, laws, they catch up to the bullshit of you buying a house without any money.
Yeah.
Okay,
things change.
Right? So I say that to say, when I look at like the strategies when it comes to the money, and forget about black people for a second, but just normal people, I'm just grateful. Like, bro, I'm grateful that I wake up every single day with the opportunity of not having a ceiling of what I can earn. But you're talking to somebody who moonlighted at Amazon and hated it. Okay, those people wanted to fire me every single day.
Yeah.
They were like, go faster. I literally told them no. Okay?
Yeah, Amazon don't play.
They don't play. I've waited tables. Okay? I've Ubered.
Yeah.
I've lifted.
You got it out the mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if I had access to the credit line or money, I would just buy it. I would buy the mortgage company. I would buy the insurance company.
So since you got it out the mud, what's your thoughts on, saying, "Hey, I'm going to let my sons get it out the mud"?
100%.
Well? Okay.
100%. I don't give them shit. I'll give you some help.
Yeah. Guidance.
I'll give you some guidance.
Yeah.
My middle son's dean's list at UCF. He's like, Dad, I can't live with mom anymore. I need my own place. Can you co-sign for me? Done. Hey, I'm gonna make whatever. I'm gonna need a few bucks. I'm like, all right, just give me a couple. I'll send you a few dollars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna send him a few dollars.
Okay.
Right.
So do you feel like that's enabling? Or?
No, but I told him this ain't a few dollars. Like I'm gonna be saying like you child support. Like I stopped paying child support in July of last year. This is like you're busting your ass. You made the dean's list. And I'm gonna make sure you don't suffer.
All right. I get what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying? Like he bought a car. His mother gave him half, the other half of the money. But throughout the year, little thing like I get like a little bonus check or whatever. I'm like, all right, here's a 500. He's 1,000.
Yeah.
You know, he's going out with his girl. He's a couple $100. But because he works,
so he's trying.
Okay, right.
I can respect that. You got a lot of these kids. They ain't doing nothing. They scrolling.
No.
You know
that honestly, like I made it clear from when they were younger. But you're talking to like, dude, I caught these two knuckleheads. And I have a 25-year-old now. He's 25 and 19. I have a 2-year-old. These two knuckleheads has every year.
You started all over. Huh?
Yeah, dude. Freaking unbelievable. So, but I'm having the most fun.
Yeah.
But they had 2 laptops. They came down and they were living with me at the time because they were giving mother a hard time. Mm-hmm. They were like typing everything and then hitting spell check without trying to spell the word. I said, okay, see, that's your problem. You guys have all this beautiful stuff.
Yeah, they got Grammarly.
I had to use my hands, the pencils, and I had to get my ass, walk to a library, take a bus in the library. Yeah. And by the way, school year in Boston, it ain't funny. Yeah. Negative 40 degrees, negative 20 degrees.
It's brick outside.
I'm only 2 feet tall. There's 1 foot of snow. Okay. Yeah. I had the talking shoes. Hey, how you doing? I had the Bobos going. I know you know what Bobos are, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Stop playing, right? New
York. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm going to take away the laptops. And if I see you with the laptops, because you took them where I hid them, I'm going to break the laptops.
Yeah.
And I made them write the paper. And then they could type the paper. And if I see them using spell check without me and myself proofreading it, then they have to write the paper all over again and spell everything right and then retype the paper. Right?
Yeah.
Straight A's within 3 months.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah. See, the thing is, like, I kind of feel like I hate to say this, because being Haitian, this is my honest opinion. Mm-hmm. Americans' thoughts of being poor is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah,
like when I first came here,
over here,
I lived in the top floor of the project. I thought I was like on a penthouse. I'm not joking. Like, you ever seen an outhouse?
Yeah.
You ever seen an outhouse?
Yeah.
Okay, in Haiti, that's what I never saw a toilet in my life. I had to go take a dump in the outhouse. You ever seen Slumdog Millionaire? That was like my worst nightmare. Like every day when I would used to take a
they got them in Trinidad too.
So you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
You know what outhouse is? It's like a wooden shed with like a hole. You take a shit in it.
Yeah.
Look, I used to take a shit in the outhouse. Okay, it was ridiculous. Yeah. I used to have to climb it because I've been short all my life. I was short at 5, 6, 1, 42, 38, right? So I had to climb on top of this shit.
Yeah.
And this big ass hole, and then poke my ass just out, just enough to not fall in. Okay. And then my worst nightmare was falling in. Mm-hmm. And then I come here, and then like I'm at Newtown Court Projects in Cambridge, Mass, right?
Yeah.
And I'm flipping, the lights stay on. There's like a TV with like channels on it.
You living a life now.
And I was like flushing the toilet, like, looking at the water, like, what makes the water twirl? Like I was really curious like that. And I got beatings like constantly for it, right? So like,
I running up that bill.
I running up the bill.
Yeah.
So I go to school, and he's my friend to this day. Like I love Rice. I love Eves, right? He's like one of my best friends to this day. And I go to school, and they're calling me poor, right? And I'll never forget it. And I punched him in the face. And then he beat the shit out of me. Right? But they were calling me poor, but I didn't understand that there was food in I never saw a refrigerator before. Like, I never saw these things before.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
To me, this was like new technology. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is 1987, February 1987. And I went to school, they had these big books with all kinds of stuff in it. Mm-hmm. And I was getting made fun of for not knowing what the words were, so I made it a point to learn fast.
Okay.
Right? And then like I used to get grounded a lot too, so I read like a library of books by 8th grade. Like
nice,
I was reading Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes, like the original English text.
Yeah.
By 8th grade.
Yeah.
So
you wanted to adapt quick.
I wanted to adapt quick, and then plus, like, I couldn't watch TV, and so my window was right next to a lamp in the project.
Mm-hmm.
So I would lean towards the window to read, like a damn runaway slave, bro. Because my parents were so damn strict. I used to get beat up, and I was get like in-house suspensions and stuff.
You know, but there's value to that, bro, because I grew up the total opposite, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I tell people all the time, like, there's value in growing up in struggle. You know, when you see people like that, they usually do a lot better for a longer period of time in life because they had to get it out the mud. Versus me, I grew up in a 6-bedroom house from scratch, like we eating at Red Lobster on a Tuesday.
That's my son's.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like that did give me a little bit of complacency to not go out there and try to, you know, sacrifice and struggle. I mean, I did it like later on, but
because life
I was
forced you.
bougie.
Because life forced you.
Yeah, life kind of pushed me in that
Absolutely.
direction. So
I don't care
I'm
how-
totally different with my kids.
And I don't care how rich you are, life's gonna force you to have some adversity in some shape or form.
No, for sure.
Right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Because I'm not like that with my kids. My son, no, he had to make his own money, cut his own hair at 12. You know what I mean? My daughter, same-ish. Her mom like, well, you got her walking? I don't give a damn. She got to walk.
Bro, I'm gonna give you 2 stories, dog. Forget my 2-year-old now, right?
Uh-huh.
So whenever he's with his mother, she puts him in the stroller.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever he's with me, I make him walk. He's
Yeah.
with me a lot. So every time he's with me, he's looking at the kids in the he's 2 years old. Ever since he could walk,
Yeah.
right? He's looking at the kids in the stroller like, hey.
Like, hold on. Why you not
And he's
pushing
looking
me
at
around?
me like,
nope, you got to
like
walk.
what are we doing here? You know?
Walk it out.
So we're walking.
Yeah.
Because when he gets home with me, he's tired.
Yeah.
He's tired.
See, that's strategy right there.
Yeah, he's tired, bro. He's tired. So and it's the same. Like the oldest ones, like when they came back to live with me, especially, I used to run these Tough Mudders, and you know, I used to run on the beach. Like we used to live in this little 1-bedroom by the beach.
Okay.
And I would take them with me. We'd run miles to the pier. By the time they got to high school, they would make it to the pier and back, and I'll still be halfway to the pier.
Yeah.
And they would just like, my sons look like
gladiators?
yeah. I mean, they're not like diesel or nothing, but
Yeah.
they're 6-pack. They can run a
They're
mile or
fit.
2. They're fit.
Yeah.
They'll do 100
No,
pull-ups,
being
push-ups.
fit
Like, it's
tells you a lot about who you are. Like me and one of my buddies was having a conversation.
yeah.
And I was letting him know, like, some people look at you and say, like, hey, if you're sloppy looking, they may not necessarily want to do business with you.
No.
Like, what's your thought on that?
100%. I just sloppy and unfit is different. Sloppy and unfit. I know plenty of unfit millionaires, brother,
Yeah.
because they out eating every day. They're older now. They ain't got to work. They busted their ass for decades.
Yeah.
They don't have to work no more. Nothing. But sloppy is like
Your belly in your jeans.
you got food and gunk on your shirt or something.
Okay.
You know, like your face isn't like
Yeah, I
know,
get what
you're
you're
not
saying.
shaving.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like imagine if I came here, like I wouldn't be as funny probably if I had like stubble, right? Didn't shave the head.
Yeah,
Next to this, look at this freaking, look at the head. Like shining off the dome right
You gotta
there.
put a little oil.
You got to
you
put a
know
little
what I'm
oil or
saying?
something, compete.
You know, shea butter.
Shea butter, right? So,
No,
know
because
what I
I
mean?
tell people all the time, like, how you carry yourself.
That's
you know,
the other part.
that speaks for you.
Absolutely.
You know, so did you kind of like teach your sons that? Like, what made you want to get them in that mindset to say,
my
hey,
grandmother used to tell me all the time, like if you walk like a lion, you get treated like one. If you walk like a lamb, you get treated like that too. My grandmother was like the enforcer in my household,
okay,
and I was the one that needed to be the enforced. So when I used to catch beatings, like random beatings for stuff I forgot I did. Like it was nuts. But
them random strays,
bro,
Yeah.
in the shower, like she
Damn,
didn't play. dog.
I know you can't do that now.
I don't want to. I mean, my grandmother was like a CIA torture specialist, okay? Like, I remember one time she was like, I'm not going to chase you. And then, like, 2 weeks later, I see a broom flying at me, like, boom! I'm like, yo! Like, I learned, like, quick reflexes. She was just like, did you skip school?
But you know what? I'm not even going to lie. Like, a lot of those types of disciplines, you know, back then it seemed okay, but now
No.
it doesn't.
no,
Like, I start getting around certain, like, psychologists and psychiatrists.
I love my grandmother to this day.
Yeah.
My grandmother was, she was an enforcer, but I was also like, my name was Kevin Green on the weekends. I had a fake ID. Okay. I mean, if my sons did some of the stupid ass shit I did to her,
Yeah.
I would beat the living mess out of them too. And the only reason why my sons don't do it is because they were afraid to, number one. And number two, they knew I would catch them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas like I thought I was so smart that I wouldn't get caught.
Yeah.
Right. But I can tell you right now, like, I love my grandmother.
Yeah.
I must have mentioned her like 7,000 times. It's only been 5 minutes.
No, some of those old school ways, I think, there's some validity in the actions, but I do believe it's like, okay, how can I discipline you for something that I instilled in you, like genetic wise?
Okay, but I mean, and don't get me wrong, a small woman has to go a little bit further than a man to discipline you.
Yeah.
So there's a natural fear instilled in my sons when I'm angry.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So I don't have to throw a broomstick. I don't need the broomstick.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Because my grandmother was a small woman. She was a small, stout woman.
So she had to put
that fear in me.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying she doused me in burning vegetable oil or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like.
Yeah. No. But I always tell single mothers that. Like, you got to put that fear in your son because at the end of the day.
They can't. When they get older, it's tough. Because
that's what I'm saying.
Like, my first wife, like, she can bounce off your chest. She can bounce off my chest, dude.
Yeah. I know it. Yeah. It's
like
tough.
with a running start.
Yeah.
So she used to be like a little chihuahua. People, they would just look at her like.
Start laughing and shit.
Yeah. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah. She would hit them.
Yeah.
So one of them, and I guess she slapped him, which I told him never to do. Mm-hmm. You don't slap a young man. My grandmother used to tell my mother that, like, she would never allow anyone to slap me. Mm-hmm. If you slap him, like, it's instant fight with my grandmother, right? And I mean like fist fight. Like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
So I never been slapped, and she slapped him, and I told her specifically not to do it, but she called me and said he hit me. So I started packing my stuff because I was going to drive from here to Jacksonville and beat some serious ass.
Yeah.
Right? Because they know.
Yeah.
He called within like 10 minutes. No, Dad, before you get all crazy, because, I know how you get. This is what happened. She slapped me, and I automatically balled up my fist because my sons have been boxing since, 5, 6, 7 years old.
So it was a reflex.
It was a reflex. And he's like, I did not throw a punch, and because I know you're crazy. You would do something crazy, you probably break my arm or something. Like, good. Put all the shit out.
Glad you know what it is.
I'm glad you know what it is.
Yeah,
I don't, not that I would break his arm like that.
But what I'm saying is, you don't play.
He knows that, like, if you hit your mother, first of all, that's a death sentence where I'm from.
Yeah, no.
Like, uncles get called. They line up at the house. Yeah. They're ready to break some bones. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You hit your mother.
WWF.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, dude, my mom tried to scrape off my tattoo when I was 18. And I couldn't do shit. I had to put her in a wrist lock, take the knife out. She's like, "Oh, now you know karate." I was fucked.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm telling you, like, you hit your mother, like, it's a
no. It's definitely a wrap.
Yeah. I don't know, like, American culture, like, y'all allow some stuff that, like, we would die.
These kids these days, bro. I think what's the biggest thing that's happening now is these phones. Right. Like, I'm seeing a lot of neuroscientists talk about it. Like, these kids. I know parents are giving it to them at a young age, and I totally understand times is different. So, some of these kids, they need a phone when they're going to school, but my mindset is like just talk and text. Right. Because when you have access to what I have access to, if you could go on the gram and see the Diddy trial, like, that's not something that they should be really, like, looking at that age.
Yeah,
and
but
then the phone is addictive.
It. Yeah, but you can't avoid it.
I think you can.
How?
Talk and text, right? And you have a lot of these parents where they try to be their kids' friends, instead of actually being parents.
Well, I agree with you there, but a lot of that situation is a single parent household.
Yeah,
that's the first thing in my experience. The second thing is the kids are away from you 8 hours a day, so they can get their friend's phone and watch a Diddy's trial.
But then that's the teacher's fault at that point. Then.
No, it's not, because they could do it at recess.
Okay,
they could do it after school or before school or in between breaks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least at that point, it wouldn't be as long as it would if they just had access to it while they're on the bus, while they're in the room pretending to be asleep.
And this is like just based on my experience, and you seem like a very involved dad. But I think the desire to be with your children will outweigh the phone, right? And then
it should, yeah.
Like, no, it will. Like, your influence will outweigh the phone. I promise you. Okay, and I had those fears too. It was worse for me because they were living in Jacksonville and I lived down here, right? And I used to go nuts, dude. Like, I used to go fucking crazy because I'm not mentally all there. You could probably tell by this podcast, but I used to go crazy, dude, like making up all kinds of concoctions and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, but what I realized is like they would ask me questions, you know, respectably. Hey, what's this? Hey, what's that? You know?
Yeah.
And then I would make sure I address it so that they would want to ask me more than they want to ask their idiot friends.
Yeah.
Right. Especially about sex.
Yeah, you open the space for them to feel comfortable. To have those
I'm like,
conversations.
why are you asking your non-ass getting friends about information about sex? Like, you guys are like 13, 14 years old.
Yeah,
I know none of your friends have gotten any. If they have, it wasn't any good or they didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be even talking about it. You understand what I mean? Like, it's just, that's just the way I looked at it.
That's just a natural reaction. You know, kids are going to talk to their friends.
Yeah, but most parents don't do. Most parents won't open up the conversation about sex.
No. That's true. Yeah.
You know, they're
That's
like,
a problem,
oh, my kids are too good. No, they're not too good.
Yeah.
Especially
They're
young
pretending.
men. They're pretending. And they're going to go have sex. I don't have a daughter. I'll probably have a different approach to it. But my mother was like in the nursing stuff. So she just gave me a book of diseased dicks. And she was like, this is gonorrhea.
Yeah.
This is
that.
herpes.
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
There's like 8 of herpes. This is dick number 1,
I know.
2, 3, 4. I see like warted dicks, bent up dicks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying, you know, I'm just saying like,
No, but you have to show them the realities of what's really going on out here.
Those
because
boys,
some kids don't learn unless it actually happens to them.
right. And I told them, I was like, okay, then forget about like getting the girl pregnant for 18 years and all this other stuff that you don't love or whatever. So, you know, and then they would be like, hey, you know, I'm like, yo, and you always tell when boys start having sex because they get happy on like a Tuesday afternoon randomly. It's like raining outside. There's 3 nuclear wars going on. They're skipping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do-do-do-do-do. Like, what the hell
you doing?
fuck are you happy about? Like,
Yeah.
you just got struck by lightning. Your car's broken down, and they're like, "Ugh," you know,
All chipper.
right? So I would just be like, all right, you started to get some ass. I get it. Please tell me you're using condoms. It's like, yeah, but I don't have access to it. So I would give them access to condoms. Because
So what age was this?
the first one was like 14.
14. Okay.
14, 15 probably.
Yeah.
And the second one was 15.
Okay. So were you okay with that because you were afraid maybe they
If I don't give them access,
or they
if I don't give them access to condoms,
they're just going to find it their own way?
no, they might not get it at all because they're embarrassed to go buy it or they can't buy it or, you know, they don't have access to it or whatever.
Yeah.
Especially when I was single at the time, so it was easy. I had plenty of condoms. Those boys got more ass than me, right? So, right? So they're better looking, they're smarter, they're more confident, you know. So I would just give them access to the condoms.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, look, be respectful to women, you know, whatever. But if I had a daughter, it would be a different conversation. But
So why do you feel like it should be different for the females versus the males?
Because the daughter is giving and the son is getting, right? So,
In what way?
okay, so if I had a pot of gold, which is in between your legs as a woman, and you gotta look at it as coins, you know, if it was a pot of real gold, would you just want to give away your coins randomly? I think women that grow up with, especially the ones that grow up with their fathers, they look at what's between their legs as a pot of gold,
Okay.
and they don't just give away the coins.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
No, that makes sense.
Right. I think that's the first thing, and the second thing is if you are going to give it away, make sure you're being safe.
Yeah.
Make sure that he's using a condom. You know, all those things. I mean, I had the same talk with my sister.
Yeah.
I mean, my sister, when I took her to the prom, you know, and I'm not going to get too much of her business because she's probably going to see this and hate my guts. But
I know.
she used to be like, "I'm a virgin." I'm like, I get it. I don't care if you are or not. You know, let's just go over some stuff.
Yeah.
First of all, nothing's going to happen tonight because I'm taking your ass home.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. I told his date, you ain't getting no ass.
You ain't getting nothing tonight.
None. Okay.
So what about the spiritual aspect of it? The sexual energetic exchange that happens to both men and women.
Here's the problem. The problem, I think we're older and mature. At that age, they're like, fuck the spiritual. I'm not doing this to connect with God or the universe, whatever the fuck it is you're saying, you old fuck. I mean, am I wrong? Like, what are we doing here? Like, first of all, their faces because diseased dicks are like, what the fuck, Dad?
No,
like, you know?
No, I get what you're saying because I feel like when it comes to the Caribbean, you know, they push sexuality on boys younger because, you know, they're hoping that they don't turn out to be homosexuals. I did the opposite with my son. Well, at least I was trying.
Yeah.
Because I have the same conversation. I don't see it any different because I look at it from the spiritual aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you need protection whether you're fucking a girl or a guy.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
You know, but with the spiritual side, there's no protection for that versus just, you know, you being abstinent or understanding what you're doing.
Yeah, the problem is, and you talk to somebody who grew up Catholic. I was an altar boy, even though I didn't last very long. I got kicked out. I got caught playing Game Boy during Mass. It was a rap.
Okay.
I took a huge beating from my grandmother and all her friends outside in the snow.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you is like, everybody is like, okay, the spiritual stuff, I get it.
Yeah.
But a lot of kids are just real. A lot of kids are just hiding the fact that they're having the sex.
Yeah.
That's 90% of them.
Yeah.
And,
so you feel like because the conversation is not being had early enough with the children?
100%.
Yeah, okay.
Like, you could be like, all you want, 12, like 11, 10, 11 years old. You're like, okay, God says no sex till marriage. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But especially, first of all, especially with the boys, because we both know, like, once you start, I mean, listen, we're adults here. Once you start fucking masturbating,
yeah,
you look for something other than your hand. The minute you find it, you're happy as shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
At least I was. I was like, woo! Don't be like me, please. So,
no, but see, this is important because I tell people all the time, regardless of what professional field that you're in, personal development is so crucial, right? So that's why you see a lot of these celebrities out here, right? Regardless how much money they have or how professional they look on the upfront, they getting into these freak offs and these types of things. You know what I'm saying? Because no conversations was being had.
Yeah,
no
but there's nothing wrong with the freak off. What's wrong with a little orgy? Wait, let's talk about that for a second. Something wrong with an orgy? A good old fashioned orgy? Listen, this is what I tell everybody.
You said there's nothing wrong with the freak off.
There's nothing wrong with a freak off. If you're at a freak off, and you're uncomfortable, leave.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
The only person that thinks you don't belong in a room when you walk in is you. Yeah. Everybody else assumes you belong there. Yeah. Now, if you don't really belong there, if it's not really your thing, you leave. But there's nothing wrong with the people staying there that are doing adult activities with consenting adults.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't judge anybody. Yeah. I don't. As long as you're not pushing it on children.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Like, these are consenting adults. And I mean, I didn't. If you want to talk about Diddy and all this other crap, that's cool too. You know, we'll get some clicks. But I have my own opinions about all this shit. Yeah. But I mean, you're talking to somebody who two lesbians took to a lesbian club. I had a time of my life in that place. Yeah. Those lesbians passed me around. Oh my God. I mean, we didn't do anything sexual or anything. I almost got beat up by one of them because her hand was in my pants. Okay. And now get beat up by a big lumberjack looking lesbian. Yeah, yeah. She was taller than me and everything. She was poking me in the forehead. I had to buy her a drink. I had to pay her whole tab and apologize. Okay, I totally punked out of that confrontation, right? And she was just like, "Why is my girlfriend's hand in your pants?" Like, I don't know.
Hey, she was, rethinking this thing.
I don't even want to rethink. I just want to share. Just share. Yeah, yeah. Just share for a little bit. I
just share for
She's gonna come back home. I'm no good in bed. That's what I was thinking at the time. It wasn't well received. She was about to beat the shit out of me. Yeah, and then the other couple came to save me. And apologized on my behalf, and I paid her tab and left. None of my stories have glory in them.
Yeah, yeah. But it sounds like you have good skills when it comes to like building relationships and building rapport.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, man. Life is a blessing.
Yeah.
I wake up every day. I appreciate breath.
No. You got to.
Yeah. And I keep going back to the fact that me and you are both fathers. We both have grown up children, and we have we just met.
I know.
We just met like a month ago, right?
Yeah. Was it like a month? Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Like a month, 2 months ago, maybe?
Like a month.
Yeah.
Probably like 2, maybe.
2 months, like a month and a half, 2 months. Okay.
Yeah.
We talked a few times.
Yeah.
It kind of we've had parallel universe kind of lifestyles.
Yeah.
Right? And outcomes and so forth.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter where you come from, man. What language you speak.
No, I've seen that, bro.
We want the same things.
Yeah.
Especially for our children.
Yeah. Want our kids to do well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the only way that we're like super different is I'm married because I've been lucky enough to find someone that's willing to put up with my shit.
Yeah.
And you're not married, obviously.
No,
but
I've been married though.
Yeah. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, dude, believe me, married men want to be single sometimes, and single dudes want to be married sometimes.
Because you got women out here, they're really just married for the wedding, not the marriage.
Well, I have a lot of it is cultural. You know, American culture is really marriage is a business. You know, like I hate the term power couple. Someone like, you're a power couple. Like, oh, dude, shut the
Really, you don't like that? I see it like that.
Oh, dude.
Not saying that, okay, it's just formed on business, but if, you know, she's making bad financial choices, right? Her mindset is only on, you know, consumerism.
Yeah, that just means you chose a bad mate. The power couple to me is two people that love each other that will take care of each other. A power couple is I'm in ICU and my wife was at my bedside all 5 days.
Okay.
All 5 nights. And then during the day, I made her go home, take a shower. She would come back. And I'm eternally grateful.
Yeah.
Being married to me is not easy. You can tell by my ridiculously terrible sense of humor. And life is hard. You know, marriage is like she needs a back rub. She needs a break with Logan. You know, Logan's my 2-year-old.
No,
you
of
know?
course. Okay.
But
no, I get what you're saying about the breaks.
The journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what love. There's going to be times in a marriage where you don't love each other.
No, that's true. How long have you been married?
Well, we were together since 2004. I count from the day we met.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But we got married in 2018.
Okay, so you've been married for a minute.
Yeah.
So how do you come back from those moments when you guys are not in love?
I don't know. I mean, you know, I get my black ass home. My Haitian ass comes home. I'm like, all right,
I'm thinking you about to give us the script.
Nah, dog. Listen, all you can do is go home and talk about the shit, man.
Yeah. Okay, so communication.
Yeah, like, you know, my wife has learned to have hard talks with me, and I've learned to not talk until I'm ready to have that hard talk.
So do you feel like you are someone who abandons hard talks? Are you like an avoidant?
Absolutely not. No, but what I won't do is talk to you while I'm angry.
Okay. All
because my first marriage was like it was like sparks all the time, right? It was like a big dynamite stick. Okay. It was exciting, you know. And we're all barking at each other and shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to think that was exciting.
I used to think that was sexy and all that shit.
Yeah, no, that's pure dysfunction.
Now I'm like, that is pure dysfunction.
Yeah.
And it's bad for the children.
No, yes, 100%.
So what I do now, like if I'm angry at my wife, I'm like, listen, I can't talk to you for like a little while, for like a day or two. And then when I'm ready, I'm like, okay, let's talk about this. This is what happened. This is why I'm angry.
Okay.
You know, and then sometimes like today, before I came here, this is why I'm angry.
Okay.
Not today, this morning before I came here. This morning she said it. This is why I'm angry. I said, okay, all right, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to work on that. Right? Acknowledge her.
Well, at least you held yourself accountable. I think that's a big thing.
Well, you have to, because you have to cohabitate. Mm-hmm. I think when you stop wanting to take care of each other is when marriages break down. If there's a couch, you know, I think it was Dave Chappelle that said this, or The Rock. It was no, not The Rock. Chris Rock. Mm-hmm. If two people are lifting the couch is light. Mm-hmm. If one person's doing it, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's gonna get tired. He or she will get tired of carrying that couch.
Yeah.
Right? So I've always had that, like, I'm always gonna want to take care of my wife.
Okay.
So
she doesn't work. You have like the traditional stay-at-home wife.
Now she doesn't work. When we first met, she worked.
Okay.
If she wants to work, great. When she wanted to stop working, I said, this is how this is gonna go. Right? The biggest mistake I ever made in my life, though, was living off a lifestyle on 2 incomes. That was a terrible decision. Because the minute you live on, if you're living on 2 incomes and one gets lost, you're fucked.
So you don't want to get codependent.
It's not about that. It's just you should live a lifestyle on 1 income and save the other income, or like have that income be gravy.
Okay. Hold on. Now we got Okay. So it's not saying her income doesn't matter. You're saying like invest it or maximize that.
Maximize it.
Oh, okay. Because you got to be clear on that.
Yeah.
You got some women like, see, I want to keep it in my pocket.
No. It's not really like, but you have to like make those decisions together.
Yes, of course.
You know, if you're with someone, you got to be together. And then when you're not together is when bad things happen. You know, when you're not on the same page.
Yeah.
But and this is something I've learned. I mean, burned like with money.
Yeah.
Right. Like when we first met, I didn't even know how much money she made because I didn't care. And then we lived together, and then I cared. I'm like, all right, let's just save this for a rainy day or whatever. Like,
so how long do you think it takes for a man to know she is my wife?
I was lucky enough to fall in love the day I met my wife. I swear to God. I was lucky.
Were you okay? So unpack that. How did you fall?
I'll be honest with you. I saw her. I literally this is exactly what happened when I met my wife.
Okay.
I moved down here from Jacksonville because I was miserable as shit because I hated Jacksonville. That's a whole nother story. That's another podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I moved down here at my own little insurance book of business. Her boss was my business partner's wife. He had like 15 books of business with property and casualty. I came to work in one of his little offices in one of the buildings he had in Miramar. Not Miramar, Margate. And one of his managers thought I worked for him, and I wasn't independent. And I came back. He's like, "Where the fuck were you? And you incompetent son of a bitch," and all this other stuff. And I looked at him, and I told him, and I'm paraphrasing, but what I told him was, "I don't work for you, but if I did, the way you're talking to me usually leads to an ambulance being called." And I'll paraphrase.
Yeah.
And then I got a call from my business partner, like, "You can't go back." He's like freaking out that you threatened him. I'm like, "I didn't threaten him. I just told him that the door was made of glass."
Yeah.
And glass can break with people through it. That's
Yeah.
all I said. That's pretty much all I said.
Yeah.
Right. So, because he was saying shit to me that you just don't talk to a man. A man should not talk to another man in certain ways without consequences.
No. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's just the way I was brought up. Right. So I couldn't go back to the office anymore because I scared him. Right. And I didn't mean to. And I'm not big enough to scare anybody. But I was furious. Like I was pissed. Super pissed. And there were other people there too. And, they were like they just felt like his health was in jeopardy.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. I went to he's like, "Go to my wife's office that Monday morning." So I went April 22nd, 2014 is the day that I met my wife.
Okay.
And she said, "Where are you from? Are you single? Whatever." And
So she approached you.
no. His wife, my business partner's wife.
Okay. Okay.
I was like, I have the perfect girl for you to meet. And I was wearing a gray, pinstriped, dark gray and light gray pinstripe suit. And I'll never forget it. I saw her right outside the door. And then 2 years later, I proposed to her in the same spot, even though we had already moved. I convinced the lawyer's office to let me propose to her there.
2 years later.
Yeah.
Okay. So what did you see when you first saw her that made you feel like you were in love?
I had to remind myself to breathe.
She was fine?
No, dude. It was just different. Love is just two spirits connecting. It has nothing to do with sex.
No, I agree, but I'm just still trying to find the part where you're feeling like okay, I'm in love, or was it
wasn't
lust?
No, it wasn't lust. I mean,
Okay.
I've been in plenty of lust, bro.
Yeah.
I fall in lust every time I go to Tootsie's. Okay, I mean, sometimes you meet a stripper, you're like 1251. That's my pin number. 1251. Right? Diamond dolls, lust. Yeah. Right? I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Right. So I know I go from
I've seen that happen too. No, well, I've never been to Tootsie's, but I've seen, guys go there and like taking out large amounts of cash. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Man, sometimes I go there and I pay girls to not come near me. Okay. I'm like, just stay over there. It's $50.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Only because I know it's going to happen. They're going to come here. "Hi, Poppy." And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
do you want to dance? And it's
Try
just
to
like,
fill your head up. Yeah.
yeah. Like, "You work out?" "No, I haven't worked out in months, but thank you."
Yeah.
And I love it. I want the lie.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, "You fat sloppy fuck. What are you doing here?" You better pay me just to talk to you. You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I want the lie."
I want the lie.
So what did your wife, what did she do? Like what, like tell me, like I'm still not hearing anything, man.
I'll tell you. Like this is my honest opinion. I honestly feel that when your spirit meets its counterpart, it takes over.
Okay. So you feel like it was a spiritual exchange.
For me.
Yeah.
Right. And then, she's like, "Oh, she saw me like talking on my phone and stuff with girls. I mean, I was single. So, and I'm not like look at me. Right? I'm not like the biggest player in the world, but I do okay. Right.
Hey, man.
Yeah. So
kind of swole right there. I can see.
Yeah. And this is me needing to lose weight. But what I'm saying is like back then too, like, I mean, I had a 1-bedroom by the beach, and then like,
okay,
that's why I had the 1-bedroom by the beach. So it was like a beacon of hope.
Yeah.
For potential, mates.
Yeah.
Right?
You by the beach. Yeah.
It was a lighthouse.
Yeah.
So
if you living by the beach,
yeah.
things is going down.
Things are going down, right? So, and I can cook, and
Okay.
So like I had different angles, right, to make up for other stuff. But I met her, and then she, we were talking for like 3 months to each other and everything. And I was like, and then finally, like the third month, it was like the middle of the third month. I was like, listen, I'm just tired of just like, obviously I like you. I'm not really into the girl, like female friends. Like, I've never been a guy that's like, be my friend. You know, like I just make it known. I want you. It's,
So did you skip the she's my girlfriend phase and just said, hey, let's get married?
No, absolutely not. No. I told her, like, listen, I really like you. If you don't like me, it's okay.
Okay, so you just letting her know I'm not trying to be like in the friend zone.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I've never been that guy to be like, oh, let me just be your friend so I can fuck you one day. Like, sorry, but guys will do that to you. I'm sorry. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Like,
oh, no, I tell women that all the time too.
Yeah.
Women, there's always a guy on the bench waiting to start, right?
Yeah, but they do that on purpose.
The women or the
women? My grandmother and my mother used to tell me that, like, my mother.
Some of them act like they don't know.
They know, bro.
Yeah, I know. They know.
They know. They go fuck the dude that's like gonna screw them over and everything. Yeah. And then like the nice guy, like, oh, let me just let him take me out every once in a while to reward myself or whatever. Get the fuck out of here. Like, no.
So did you want to make sure you wasn't the nice guy that was just taking her out?
I wasn't taking her out yet. Okay. I took her out to lunch a couple times, but she was just like, she's like, you're a degenerate. Like, you know, you like women. You probably have a bunch of different women, which, you know.
Okay, so she saw you as a little
It wasn't inaccurate. It wasn't highly inaccurate. Let's just say that.
Okay.
And then I was like, look, I really like you. I want to get to know you, but I'm not going to do the whole friend stuff.
Okay.
Because I don't want to, first of all, I'm not the kind of guy that lies to women and pretends that I'm going to make my true intentions known.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like, if you're not going to ever give me any ass, if you're never going to love me, if you're never going to want to be, it's okay. Like, there's plenty of other fish out there.
Yeah.
It'll hurt for a little bit, but nothing like a couple lap dances won't cure. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, right? A closet full of hookers, you're good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, it was just like that. And then she was like, you know what? I'll give you a chance. She came over. I cooked her. I'll never forget the meal. Linguine in a red clam sauce. It was an appetizer of like, I took some garlic toast. I can cook.
Okay.
Some garlic toast.
Yeah, you got some game, man.
Yeah, crushed garlic. Like I just, you grate the garlic over some butter, some bread from Publix. Boom, put in that thing for $3.50. You're good, like 10 minutes, right?
Okay, so you knew what you was doing. You by the beach. You know how to cook. Where's she from?
She's from Haiti.
Okay. Does she speak Spanish and Creole too?
She speaks Creole and French.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And she comes over, and then for dessert, we had a brownie. We have a little cheat code for a brownie. I use young terms like cheat code now. So a little recipe. You know what I mean?
And the cheat code?
What you do is you just use the yolks. Whatever's in the box, just use the yolk and not the whole egg.
Okay.
And if you got to put another yolk in there, it makes it like extra fudgy.
Okay.
And you got to put the one with the nuts. And you can put a quenelle of caramel ice cream. A quenelle is just 2 spoons. You put the ice cream in. Yeah. And you put the spoons like this over and over, and it comes out in a nice oval shape. Okay. And then you get like sea salt, like maybe different colors sea salt. I have pink.
Man, we got to get you started a cooking channel.
Brother. Okay. I watch Cooking Channel every day.
Yeah, I see.
For ideas and everything, right?
No, but that's a good skill to have, so you're not dependent on a woman. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm trying to tell my son that.
No, my mother taught me how to cook from like
okay, yeah, my mom too.
8, 9, 10 years old. You know,
like, man, that's a woman's job. It's like, well, you a woman today.
Yeah. Well, she used to tell me like you like to eat too much to not cook. Yeah. Right. And if you have a woman, she ain't got to cook for you every day, but she needs to cook for you. That's what they used to tell me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I cook a lot. Okay. I love cooking. Logan asked me for cake. I baked him a flourless chocolate cake 2 days ago.
No, that's a good skill set to have.
Yeah, we ate the whole thing in 2 days. We ate the whole thing in 2 days. So, she came over, and then we had a date. She went home, and then she was like, oh my God, you're not so bad. Like, I thought you'd be a lot different. Like, you weren't like humping my leg or whatever, which I wasn't.
Okay.
I was respectful. She took a shower there. And
you got some discipline.
Yeah. And then, I was very respectful. And
hold on, she took a shower?
Yeah, she did take a shower. Okay, my room's right there. Take the shower, do whatever. My back was turned to the bathroom, so there was nothing to make her feel uncomfortable about. I was 34 years old. I mean, I've seen a naked body or two. It was not that serious. Okay,
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I wasn't thirsty.
Yeah.
I think women, like, a lot of times they just assume that you're thirsty.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Sure.
And some women mistake that though. Like, even when you're disciplined, like, I came across that. Like, oh, hold on, why he didn't try? I'm like, yeah, I'm not thirsty.
Well, yeah, but in my experience, but I'm not like the best example. Because I've been rejected so many times that it doesn't even bother me. Like, it just, they're like, no, I don't like you. Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. On to the next.
On to the next. And just by that attitude alone has gotten me places.
Yeah.
Dude, like, how many
Oh yeah, that's a good way to be in sales.
Yeah. Like, I mean, not everyone, look at me. Like, not everyone's going to like me or.
Yeah.
You know, and if I get rejected, when I was single, if I got rejected, if I got 3 out of every 10 I approached, 4 out of every 10 I approached, I'm doing well as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And then you rotate the 4. Not that I'm like telling you guys how to.
Giving the prospecting skills. No, because that's how it is. You know what I'm saying in sales.
It's baseball.
Yeah.
You're a legend at 40 batting average, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're a legend at that point.
Yeah.
30, you're great. Right? And if you're like an extra good looking dude and you have a lot of money or whatever with the right car, you get up maybe 5, 6, or 7.
Yeah.
Maybe 7.
Maybe, yeah.
Right? But even the best supermodel dudes with a Lambo or a Ferrari, maybe they might bat 60, 70%.
Yeah.
They just have access to enough women where that's 60, 70% of a large number.
Yeah.
There's some women out there that would never ever sleep with a male supermodel.
Yeah. No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the more you expose yourself with status and maybe wealth, maybe some specific items.
Yeah.
Right?
Increase your chances.
Increases your chances.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it, like if you're trying to get with like somebody in the adult industry, like a stripper or whatever, or like of a woman that like wants to bang rich dudes, you better look rich.
Yeah.
Or she ain't banging you.
Yeah.
Unless you're an exception to the rule.
Yeah. Or you got lyrics.
Yeah, but like, dude, like it's just what I tell everybody is like, okay, this is obviously a crazy hot chick. She can bang whoever she wants.
Yeah.
I mean,
why is she gonna choose you?
Why is she gonna choose you?
Yeah.
Like crazy hot chicks have wanted to bang rich dudes since the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why this is like a new thing.
Yeah. Do you feel like women are hypergamous by nature?
That's a big word for me. You're gonna have to be a little bit more less Webster's dictionary, more baby shark. Baby shark. Is there copyright infringement if I sing this thing? Yeah. Baby shark. Baby shark. Yeah.
Yo, bro, we gonna definitely have to have a part 2 because we gonna have to do like a Joe Rogan,
bro,
kind of episode, bro.
That's because we're both alike.
Yeah, I know. They're gonna say we brothers. We both got the bald head. We both swole.
I'm okay with that, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm okay.
But you got to connect, though, bro. I can't. I want that.
Do you know how long it took me to do this? 36 years old, bro. I'm not even kidding. Dude, I started going bald at 21 because of my oldest. And then I would start going gray at 26 because of my middle. And now, like, with the white hair, because of Logan, I had gray hair before. Now I have white hair. Okay? But this thing right here, 36 years old. I couldn't do it until I was like 36.
Wow.
This little middle part.
Yeah, I'm 43, so mine it ain't ever coming in.
That's okay. That's all right. Listen, like, I don't even, bro, let me tell you something. My little brothers, like, they're all like deep voice and like super whatever. They're all taller than me and everything.
Okay. I had that too. I'm one of the shortest in the family.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like it's different, but we're gonna accomplish more shit. It's okay.
No, big facts.
I'm gonna say that on camera. Yo, bro, my little brother's a Mountie, bro.
Yeah,
a Mount. He's like an FBI agent for Canada.
Really?
This dude, when he talks, like people move, bro.
Oh snap! How tall is he?
He's a little bit taller than me. He's like 5'10", 5'11".
Okay.
But he's like, his voice says authority, dog.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, his voice is like, Samir. I'm like, oh, dude, come on. What'd I do? Am I under arrest? What's going on?
I know. Bro, man, this has been good, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't even think we got into any mortgage stuff, but
no.
Let everybody know where they can find you at.
Listen, you can find me at Reno Loan King, RENO Loan King. I approach mortgages and housing and real estate with the same enthusiasm. I love the game. Hit me up with any questions. I love helping make people succeed. I've helped thousands of people buy homes. I was just at a wedding of a young lady that I did her first house last month. It was awesome. Awesome.
Man, that's phenomenal, brother.
I know, man. I couldn't believe she invited me because I met her dad and her parents. It's like the last time I talked to them, they were wiring a bunch of money to her. And they were just like, why are you saying it to me like it's not a lot of money?
Yeah.
You remember?
You got to wire it. It's a lot of money.
Bro, it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was a lot of money. But it was his daughter. But they're a great family.
Yeah.
Family. I've been super blessed. I'm blessed that I'm here. I came here with just to be a spectator. You brought me on. I appreciate the airtime.
Oh, of course, man. We always have good combos.
And and I love being here. Like, to me, this is all just like a ridiculous blessing. You know, I'm gonna go home and be thankful.
No, I appreciate you for coming out, though, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all already know what it is. It's Mr. Williams with the I Talk Great podcast, and we out of here. Yeah.
Peace.